is Money Monday, and we are continuing our series, Your Best Me in 23. As we forge ahead into the new year, we've got some useful advice to help you focus on those financial goals and start the year off strong.
We can all use a little bit of that. That's right. We brought in the Washington Post personal financial columnist, Michelle Singletary, to share some tips on how to save and spend wisely this year. Welcome. So nice to have you.
Good to see you as well.
Talking about our money.
Yes, that's right. I love it.
Okay, so let's jump right in because we know the economy is a bit of a mess in certain ways right now. So a lot of people want to know, how should they go the traditional route on how to spend and save? But you say, forget that advice. It's time to change that. How do we change it? Why are we changing it?
So, 2022 was the year of inflation. That was the word. For 2023, it's still the word because inflation is going to dominate everything still. And so traditional advice, you have to do away with. For example, I always tell people, pay off their debt. Pay it off as soon as you can. But if you're facing a layoff or you're not sure about your job, you need to remember cash is king.
And that's what I was going to talk about, because even growing up, you hear pay off your debt ASAP, bump the cash, use the cash to pay off your debt. But you're saying hold on to the cash.
Right. If you're in a tenuous situation, exactly. If that job is stable, go ahead and do that. But if you're worried about that, stockpile that cash. Like if you have $100 a month, put $50 towards your emergency fund and then use the rest to pay down the debt. Because if you lose your job, you're going to need that cash to pay for your expenses.
And let's talk about renting versus buying, because you always hear, like you said, growing up, it was, you got to buy a house, you got to buy a house. But you're saying renting actually may make a lot more sense financially.
Definitely. Why? And this time of inflation, interest rates are up. The price of a house is up. We've been told, my grandmother told me, I rented for about a year, just 1 year. And the whole time she haunted me. Like, you better buy, or you better come back home. But here's the thing, if you rent, you are not a financial failure, right? If you're renting and you got to move for a job, it's easier to do that. I've been a homeowner since I was about 22. So I'm not saying don't aspire to be a homeowner. But in this economy with inflation and mortgage rates going up, don't listen to those people who are going to push you into a home before you're ready.
But they always say you're throwing your money away when you're renting.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Who's they? They.
Right. Go after they, right?
Yeah, right.
Everybody has an opinion. No, you're right about that.
Don't listen to those they, because you are getting something for that money. Look up, and what do you see? A roof over your head. And what this does is that it makes people feel who can't afford housing that somehow they're not doing something right. And it's not true. Look what happened in the Great Recession. So many people bought more than they could afford. And so I'm saying, aspire to do it, save towards homeownership, but do it when it's right for you and not before. And don't listen to they, because they not paying your bills.
Well, go ahead on, sister. You just put me in my place. You know what I'm saying? Forget they. I love that.
Thank you so much, Michelle. All
so
great.
Such a pleasure. I had a lot of fun with you. You got to come back. Promise.
I'd love to.
Okay,
I love making money fun, because that's how you save it, right? You make it fun. I got a whole bunch of stories.
She's got more stories for more of her tips, her money tips, her insights, for more of this parenting advice, which I love, by the way. Check out her column in the Washington Post as well.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.